On day 0, the sperm and the egg unite. It is when the nuclei of the gametes fuse that a zygote is formed. This process is known as fertilization. For the next 2 to 6 days, the zygote will divide and cleavage will occur. Cells divide from the zygote to form the blastocyst. Before the blastocyst is formed, the cells are totipotent, meaning that they are stem cells which are undifferentiated and could develop into a complete individual. Notice how the blastocyst is a hollow ball of cells, represented by the red. The inner cell mass, represented by the blue, gives rise to the actual human being. The rest of the structure, the trophoblast, forms the 4 extra embryonic membranes. The cells of the blastocysts are pluripotent, meaning they could develop into any tissue in the body. However, they could no longer form a complete individual. By day 6, gastrulation will occur. Gastrulation can be thought of as the formation of the gut. The blastula is converted to an embryo, known as the gastrula. The inner cell mass differentiates into 2 cell layers. These 2 layers begin to form the extra embryonic membranes, the yolk sac and the amniotic sac. The blue represents the amniotic sac and the yellow represents the yolk sac. The bilayer of the 2 membranes forms the embryo. This bilayer is where the 3 germ cell layers form. This cross-section model of the yolk and amniotic sac shows the primitive streak. The primitive streak is where a high amount of cell division occurs to eventually form the mesoderm. The mesoderm is the red in this cross-section and is found between the amniotic sac, which forms the ectoderm, and the yolk sac, which forms the endoderm. Once the 3 germ cell layers, the ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm, are formed, then tissues can be formed, and then from tissues, organs can be formed. The ectoderm is represented by blue, the mesoderm is represented by the red, and the endoderm is represented by the yellow. Some tissues formed from the ectoderm are skin, dorsal hollow nerve cord, and the brain. Some tissues formed from the mesoderm are the coelom, the somite, which forms vertebrae, and some connective and muscular tissue. The endoderm primarily forms the epithelial lining and glands of the digestive and respiratory tracts. The formation of organs occurs during organogenesis. The first step in organogenesis is neurulation. Neurulation is the formation of nerve and spinal cord. The ectoderm thickens, forming the neural plate. The neural plate then sinks inwards to form the neural groove. The neural groove will eventually form the hollow nerve cord. Neural crest cells, represented by the green, will also form during this time and can be thought of as specialized ectoderm cells. One function of neural crest cells is to form spinal nerves. Once the 3 germ cell layers are present and organogenesis has commenced, it does not take long for a fetus to form. By the 2nd month, all organs are present. The final 7 months are for growth.